Oh shit. Where the fuck is this? Yeah. Yo. My bad that I'm a little bit late. That one, it's kind of on me, but it's also kind of not on me. No, I'm lying. It's just completely on me. I was just late. I was watching COD Champs, got a little bit too locked in. Those of you that know COD Champs, bro, it's so much fun to watch. I'll probably still be watching it, flicking on the side monitor now. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually know about competitive COD or watch competitive COD, but bro, watching COD Champs is fucking elite. Let me flick on my monitor here. I need to get back to the prelims. I'm pretty sure the only fight that I missed, and plus, bro, the first like 4 fights on this card are dog shit. If Mike Perry and Jake Paul weren't fighting today, you might have not seen me. You might have seen my ass yesterday or something, because like I'm sick of watching these dog shit UFC fight night cards where it's like, bro, who the fuck actually wants to watch these fights? Like, UFC's the only company on the planet where they can put out a dog shit product and you'll just have some people being like, no, you're a casual. I really want to watch this. Like, could you imagine if you said that you didn't watch fucking G League games and someone was like, oh, so you're not a real NBA fan? So you don't really like basketball if you don't watch the G League? It's like, what the fuck? It's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. But yeah, it's fine. It's not terrible. We lost the co-main event yesterday, which wasn't great, but I'm just excited for Jake Paul, Mike Perry. That's what most of my fucking, like, that's what I'm locked in on most, is Jake Paul, Mike Perry, because I wasn't too hyped for, like, I didn't even know it was this Saturday last week. But Jake Paul does a really good job. I'm not sure if it actually like helps him in terms of pay-per-views, but it definitely doesn't hurt him. But I'm not sure like how much the pay-per-views go up. But I feel like every time like fight week Jake Paul is fighting, it's like everybody knows that Jake Paul is fighting. Everybody knows what he's doing. What's good, Jim? What's good, Lettuce? Let me pull up my shit. I need to tweet my shit out too. Let me go over here. I need to also find it. I should just favorite the fucking channel that it's on. I tried to fix it so I actually had like BT Sport on like a proper. Of course, you know what I mean. I always use the SPN Plus. I'm always using legitimate sources to get every single UFC fight. But I tried to get TNT Sports and it just would not work. It just wouldn't work. I tried to do it for like a week. I'm gonna have to call out like a technician or whatever to come out and fucking actually do it properly, because the shit just does not work. Let me go. What's it on? ESPN, right? I presume the ESPN have it. Let me go over here, get set up, ESPN HD. We should be, no, it's not, what the fuck? They have Summer League on, that just shows you where they ranked this, bro. Oh, so I only missed like the first 2 rounds of this Muhammad Usman fight. And realistically, who cares about a Muhammad Usman fight? I still don't understand how that brother's passing drug test though. Like, there's no way. He's fucking so unbelievable. He's got like the weirdest build ever. Like, he's got some fucking thick-ass legs. I'd love to know what he fucking leg presses. He must leg press legit about 500 kg. Like, legit 500 kg. Let me go over here and tweet out my shit and everything. Give me 1 sec to do all the housekeeping stuff. I'm going to pull this monitor up over here, actually. What's good, JC? I'm Honeycomb, by the way, but I changed my name as a troll and I can't change it back for 2 weeks. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That happened to me on TikTok, where I tried to make my name Harry101 again, but I made an old account with Harry101 and I forgot the password. So I tried to change the name on the one that I forgot the password on, and didn't know the email, didn't know anything about it. Okay, let me tweet out my shit and do all my shit. Where is it? Bro, like, Muhammad Usman looks like a guy that would be an absolute fucking specimen. Like, he looks like he'd be unbelievable. But then you just look at him and, bro, like, the guy might have the worst technique I've seen in fucking combat sports. Like, he's actually awful. Like, dead ass terrible. Over here. Okay. Bang. Then go to YouTube. Put it in here. And then tweet it out. To be fair, at least it's good now that I don't have to like take my phone out to tweet it out every time, because Twitter used to give me 2-factor authentication anytime I went on the platform. Anytime I went on the platform, I got 2-factor authentication, and that's just annoying as fuck. Alex Jones just tweeted out Hillary Clinton to replace Joe Biden as the Democrat nominee. Bro, Alex Jones is one of the funniest people on the planet. I actually fucking love the guy. People take him way too seriously, but he's so funny. Yeah, he's trash, brother. Trust me. He's awful. Who's winning this fight, by the way? I didn't even tune in for the first 2 rounds. Is anybody actually winning? Him versus Gaziev? Bro, that would be a fucking hole of shame matchup. Don't even give Dana White that idea. That's going to be an Apex fight night in fucking 2 months. He'll be top 10, bro. Top 10 at heavyweight. Like, I genuinely think if I put on What do I need to put on to get to heavyweight? If I'm 80 kg right now, what do I need to put on to get to heavyweight? Probably a lot. But if I'm like 80 kg, bro, or if I'm what is 265? That must be like 130 kg. If I put on 50 kg, I genuinely think I could be top 10 of heavyweight. No bullshit. I think I could be top 10 of heavyweight. Like, these guys are just so fucking awful. Okay, let me Mike Perry versus Jake. I really should do this before I start streaming, but I'm always late to streaming just because I'm unorganized with something. So I end up having to do it right now. Then do the screenshot, and then we should be good to go. We should be fine after this. I was trying to find, usually what I do, okay? Usually what I do for like the watch party thing is I'll get like the 6 fighters on the card that I think are like best or most notable, most memorable, whatever, for the thumbnail. Bro, I legit for the last 2 weeks could not find 4 fighters that were even notable. Like on this card, I couldn't find 4 fighters that I think like a casual-ish person would click on. I couldn't find them. It blew my fucking mind. You actually can't find people. Like, who on this card would you say that most people would know? Most people that like watch the UFC, even week by week, most people would know. There's nobody. There's fucking nobody. I have Paul by round 5 KO, but rooting for Mike Perry. I just can't see Mike Perry getting KO'd. I could see Mike Perry losing, don't get me wrong. I could 100% see Mike Perry going out there and losing. But Mike Perry actually getting KO'd would be crazy to me. That would be crazy. I can't see it happening. Because if you think about it, bro, like, he's gone through bare knuckle. And he's fought good guys in bare knuckle. Like, he's fought MVP. MVP's got KO power. He's fought Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez has KO power. And Eddie Alvarez was fucking juiced out of his mind in that fight too. So it's like, I don't know. As Jake Paul and Mike Perry, nobody even cares about this fight night. Yeah, that's what I did. That's why you have UFC and Jake Paul and Mike Perry. Because Jake Paul and Mike Perry is legit the #1 attraction. What's the undercard of that Jake Paul and Mike Perry fight? Let's take a gander at it. Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. I want to see the undercard for it. Because I know that they walk out at like around the same time that the main event for this is starting, which is perfect because it means I don't have to watch another women's main event. But maybe they have like, sometimes they'll have like a world champion on the undercard. And we'll just be lit. I have to do this shit. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. I fucked up all my monitors. Got to swap around the HDMI cables and all my monitors, and now OBS just completely tweaks. Anytime that I like do anything with it, OBS is just so fucking confused. I don't have the real cam thing over here too. Ugh, fuck me. It's so stressful. I'll bring my cam up back in a second. But looking at the undercard. Is the undercard decent? Because I know the undercard was meant to be really good for the actual one, but I'm not sure it's actually good for this. Who the fuck is on this? HTO Silva. Oh, Jesus. Against Lucas Prince Baddy. Baddy is crazy for your second name. Then you have, okay, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. against Uriah Hall. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. We'll take that. Who else is here? Is there anybody else here? Random. 12-8 against 11-1. That's like, if you're 12-8 in boxing, you're pretty much like 0-14 in the UFC. That's how bad it is. Let me add this really quick. Yeah, no, but we're going to be doing a lot of shit outside of fucking the UFC today. And it's way too big. We're going back to full face cam. I'll fix this. I'll fix that later. I can't be bothered to fix it now. But yeah, no, it should be, like, that fight should be an actual banger. And that Uriah Hall fight should be cool too. Uriah Hall, if you don't know who Uriah Hall is, he's the guy that, he had like a spinning wheel kick on a tough season and said that he didn't want to fight anymore because he didn't want to hurt anybody. That's fucking sick. I hate UFC cards anymore. Bro, yeah, I know. It's crazy. Like, they're so bad. But it's okay, boys. After this week, we're good. When I was like planning out my videos, because I plan out all my videos for the week, and I was just so happy that we have UFC 304 coming up because it means that I have 3 videos in the week done already. I'll say it to all you guys. I don't give a fuck. I have the UFC 304 hot takes, my nightmare UFC 304, and then obviously I have the recap thing after, the biggest talking points. And it just makes my life so easy because it means I only have to come up with 4 ideas for the week. Whereas in weeks like this, I have to come up with like 6 or 7. And that's when we end up with the tier listing every John Jones crime. Even though I thought that was pretty funny. Didn't even know Uriah Hall was on this card. Yeah, no, Uriah Hall's on the boxing card. Him against Julio Chavez. Julio Chavez is crazy. Julio Chavez Jr. Bro. Bro, I can't even pronounce it. I can't even fucking pronounce it. I don't know what's wrong with me. But that's a good fight. That's actually a pretty good fight. What's good, Cybers? What's good, Just a MMA? Cybers, I've been tuning into your edits a little bit more. Hey, your edits are actually pretty fire. Now we've got another women's MMA fight. Let's go. Neither of them are even bad. Like, what is the point in watching, bro? They should change women's MMA into that. What's that? There's like a women's NFL league. I'll show it you. I'll pull it up. Women's NFL league. It's coming up with actual women's, like what Americans would call soccer. I wanted to come up with actual shit. Let me pull myself up. Bye. This is it right here. This is it right here. This is what we need. See, this shit is what we need. This is what we need to turn women's MMA into. At least if it's on the prelims. Just do this shit, bro. Fuck that other shit. Even get them in pads. I don't care. I think the pads will be more entertaining. Also, like, I'm not sure. This could be an elite 1000 IQ play by Dana White, okay? But every single time we get a shitty Apex fight night, I think to myself, bring in Power Slap. Bring in Power Slap. Let's get Power Slap on the early prelims. I'd rather watch it. Get the pacing really good in Power Slap fights. Like, that's... Honestly, if you get really good pacing where we have a Power Slap fight like every 5 minutes, I'd watch that shit. 100% I'd watch that shit. I don't care. You need to get ESPN to sanction it and all that different type of stuff. But if that's Dana White's play, brother, 10,000 IQ. Like, actually 10,000 IQ from Dana White. If that's what he's thinking in his head, he's like, we're going to get it so that Power Slap is here. We're going to get it so they get so bored that they start calling for Power Slap. It's like problem, reaction, solution. Rakic versus Hill, who would win? Give me... Ooh, actually, that's tough. That's actually pretty tough. Rakic is one of those guys that he just should be better than what he is. Like, he should be the guy that people are looking at like he's going to beat Alex Pereira, but he's just not. He's just not. I don't get it. I don't really understand why. It doesn't make all that much sense to me, but like, he should be good. Need a parlay? That's actually true. Harry, are you vegan? Hell no. Bro, I'm actually on a diet right now where all I eat is meat. So I'm the opposite to that. I've been on the carnivore diet. If you watch Joe Rogan's podcast, you'll know what it is. But I've been on that for 20 days, 19 days. I'm going up until 25 days. So the day before that 306 fight will be the day that I like break it. And I'm gonna eat some nasty shit, bro. I'm gonna eat some nasty shit. We're gonna have to get some donuts. We're gonna have to get some other shit in here. Gonna get nice little, I don't know, spice bag or something. So if you see me eating crazy at for the UFC 304 watch party, yeah, you're gonna see me eating crazy. Any suggestions for what I should break it with? It has to be kind of late night food because it does technically end at 1 a.m. Who's winning, Jake Paul or Mike Perry? It's a great question. I'm still 50-50 on it because I actually think more than other people that Mike Perry could win the fight. Boxing is a different sport, but like, Mike Perry's such a dog, and we saw Nate Diaz actually be able to rough Jake Paul up a little bit. Nate Diaz just wasn't a good enough boxer. I think that Mike Perry could actually... Can Mike Perry knock him out? That's difficult. But say like Mike Perry cuts him up in the first round, just gets him into deep waters, pressures him. I'm going to go Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul will get it done via decision. I don't see him knocking him out, but I think it'll be a closer fight than people think. If Mike wins tonight, Dana has to send Joe Pyfer on a mission to KO Jake. You mean if Mike loses? I think we send somebody else. I think we just send Alex Pereira. Fuck it. Alex Pereira will fill in on 2 weeks' notice and do that shit and knock him the fuck out. Eat Greek food. I was gonna do that shit. I was gonna where I was gonna get a kebab. That's like the number one option right now, kebab, and then they do some donuts there too. How much weight have you lost from like the original or from just this like 25 days? Like 6 kg, which is, I don't know, 11 pounds, 12 pounds. But if you know me from like 4 years ago, you know I used to be a big motherfucker. I used to be like 117 kg. I'll tell you what that is in pounds. 117 kg in pounds. That's 257. And now I'm 174. So the boy slimmed down a bit, but that was like 3 or 4 years ago. You don't need to answer this, but are you watching this event on DAZN or illegally? I'm going to have to plead the fifth on that one, brother. Gonna have to plead the fifth on that one. What's good, bro? What's good, Connor? Eating Middle Eastern KFC, is that actually a real thing? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was originally supposed to fight Darren Till. That would have been fucking sick. That would have been sick. Well, like, this whole card would have been sick. You would have had Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. I think, fuck it, get Mike Perry, get all of those guys in it. Like, that's what I think boxing should do, especially these, like, YouTubers and those type of guys. Just try reach into everything that you can. Like, try get every little basket thing you can when you're doing an undercard, like on a Jake Paul fight, on a KSI fight, or whatever it is. Get some former UFC guys in that people really like Nate Diaz, those type of guys, Mike Perry, those type of guys. Get some boxers in that are kind of like under the radar, but like sons of people like Julio Chavez, like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Holy fuck, brother. Usman versus Peterson instantly stuck up the card. Brother, didn't need to stink up the card. Cards smell like shit already. Cards smell like absolute shit already. How tall are you? I'm 6 foot. Have you got the pics? I have them on my phone, I think. I have one picture downstairs, but I don't have like the pics now. But I'm trying to get a six pack, but a six pack is just so hard to get, bro. Like, it's so hard to get. But I'll get it eventually, just because I'm doing like 5 days a week jiu-jitsu. And brother, the jiu-jitsu rooms are so fucking sweaty. Holy shit, are they so sweaty. I wish I had a photo of like what I look like when I came out. I literally come out and it looks like I took a shower and clothes. Literally come out and it looks like I took a shower and clothes. Because there's a downstairs mat and an upstairs mat. There's fundamentals classes, like the smaller classes will be in the upstairs mat 2. It has no fans. So just imagine, there's like 10 people in there, all rolling, all sweating, because jiu-jitsu is already incredibly sweaty. You ain't got no fans. It's like 24 degrees outside. You're going to be baking in sweat. Baking in sweat. Bro, I had that guru weight. Yeah, no, I was big, brother. I was a big motherfucker. What I used to do, like the old thing that I used to eat in a day, was I used to eat like, let me pull these up. These are still absolutely god tier, by the way. I've had to ban myself from them, but these are absolutely god tier. If I look them up, Galaxy cookies. These, brother, these are fucking heat. If you're trying to like, don't look, okay? Keep your eyes. If you're on a diet or some shit, don't open your eyes, okay? Close your eyes. Because these are fucking unbelievable, brother. Like, unbelievable. They have so much. There's 1,000 calories per pack, though. I used to eat 2 of these and then a Doritos chili heat wave bag. I was out there. I was a big motherfucker for a minute. I was at that guru size for a minute. Bro, lit, every time Jake fights, people say he's Jake Paul and then he KOs them. Yeah, I feel like Jake Paul actually has like a good rap now, though. I feel like people actually appreciate Jake Paul now more than they did in the past. In the past, everyone just pretty much went like, oh yeah, it's Jake Paul. Like, Jake Paul's a YouTuber. Like, I'm going to knock him out. But I feel like after Tyron Woodley, people were like, okay, he might not be Jake Paul. That motherfucker might be different. They are elite. You've had them, bro. They're so good. They're unbelievable. You want to know some other shit, bro? I could go through the whole thing just because I've had it all before. I haven't had these in ages, in like literal years. But squashies, if you know, you know. Oh, squashies hit different too. Squashies hit different too. These motherfuckers, if you don't have these, you're missing out. You're missing out. These are absolutely elite. They might be like the most addicting shit on the planet. But yeah, next week we're back. But I have to do the carnivore shit every once in a while because my body gets too reliant on carbs. The only thing that sucks about it is your energy gets fucked, bro. From like when I'm doing jujitsu, your energy gets absolutely zapped for like the first like 2 weeks, where like you just feel like absolute shit. You can't roll as hard, you can't roll for as long. But then after that, you kind of feel okay. You think if Alex beats John and Tom, he's the GOAT of the sport? Yeah, I think so. Like, it's hard to argue against it. Because then, okay, if we just go through who he's beaten. Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, Jamal Hill, Yuri Prochazka. He's probably going to have beat Ankalaev, even if you take away Ankalaev out of that. Then he's beat John Jones and Tom Aspinall. So 3-weight champion, triple champ, beat the GOAT, beat who's probably going to end up as a heavyweight GOAT, beat the second best middleweight of all time, beat the greatest light heavyweight of all time. Like, is there that much of an argument against them? I don't know. I think it's squashies late at night hit different, brother. They're another food I have to ban myself from. There's certain foods where they're banned. You can't bring them into the house. Anytime I'm talking to my dad when he does the shopping, if he buys something that's too nice, I'm like, don't buy that shit again. Don't buy that shit again. That shit's too nice. Like, there's some ice creams and stuff, brother. They've got some fucking I don't know what those guys put in that shit, but they have like some super serum where it's just like you can't stop eating it. You actually can't stop eating it. Squashies are fire. Those and the caramel digestives. You actually know. You're actually a ball knower for that pull. The caramel digestives are a ball knower pull. I used to get those all the time for my birthday. I got red licorice stick things for tonight. I don't think I've ever actually had licorice. But now I'm on the squashies thing. I see like different recipes that they're doing with them. Drumstick squashy crispy cakes. The fuck are these, bro? You know what I need, bro? If I was like super rich, I'd just hire, you know, those like TikTok chefs that you see that just make like the most unbelievable food you've ever seen in your life. I just throw them a fat bag. Be like, I'll give you the studio to record your TikToks. I'll give you all the ingredients or whatever. You can even like take a bite out of the food for your TikTok and say that it's really nice. But give me the plate after. Let me eat that shit after. Have you had Takis? I've never had Takis. I've had Cheetos though. Cheetos, I think that Cheetos are actually overrated. I know that American people are going to be like fucking tweaking because I said that Cheetos are overrated, but I actually think that they are. I think that they're just addictive. Like they're nice, but they're just addictive. They're not actually like the nicest crisp. You heard about Tom's game plan against Alex? Yeah, I saw that. That was funny. He essentially said he's just going to like try pile driver him. Who would be the most annoying UFC fighter to fight besides MVP? Probably Izzy. Izzy or Alex Pereira. Anybody that just feints 24/7. I hate fighting people that do that shit, bro. Like MVP's got a real awkward stance. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else that does anything that's like really awkward to fight against? MVP probably is the number one pick. But other than that, anyone that just feints a shitload, it's just annoying. Like Alex Pereira, he's going to hit you with 10 calf kicks, then he's going to feint the calf kick and feint it and feint it and feint it. People always make the argument that Jones is so old that if Alex beats him, he isn't the GOAT. And that is a legit argument. Like, that's not like a nothing argument. I feel like it's kind of facts, but you still have to give him the appreciation because John Jones is like, he's still John Jones, no matter what people say. My thing is you can't have your cake and eat it, if you understand that expression. You can't say that John Jones would still beat Tom Aspinall and that he's still really, really good. And then if he loses, be like, well, John Jones is old. I still think that John Jones beats Tom Aspinall right now. But if Tom Aspinall beats John Jones, I'm not just going to be like, well, he's old. Well, he's old. We all know that it's not prime John Jones. He's not beating like the best John Jones ever, but he's still beating a good John Jones. John Jones is still a legit champion. But then again, also, if you're saying that John Jones loses to Tom Aspinall and that he gets smoked by Tom Aspinall, then you can't be like, well, he beat a prime. He beat a prime John Jones. He beat prime John Jones. You've been watching Tough. A fella from Belfast is fighting Mark Holm next week. I might watch it if there's a guy from Belfast fighting, but nah, I haven't been watching it. The problem is that it's on at 4 a.m, bro. Like, Tough is on so late. When it was that McGregor season, I watched it. And I watched Dana White's Contender Series. That's on in August, isn't it? Alex and John are the same age. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But John also has like 13 years more, or not 13 years more, but like way more wear and tear on his body. Because UFC fights, I don't care what people say about like kickboxing or like the level or anything, okay? But UFC fights, they take way more out of you than a kickboxing fight does. Especially if you're at the highest level. Like Alex Pereira is KOing 90% of people that he fights in kickboxing just because they're bums. Chain wrestlers 100% the most annoying, and I will die on that hill. That's actually kind of facts, low-key. Because with chain wrestlers, if you've ever actually like done any wrestling before, maybe if you've done it since young, it's not, but bro, anytime that I have to wrestle, like it's fucking horrendous. It's just so tiring to do. Like scrambles, sprawling, shooting for a single leg, because it's all explosive movements. Like it's all like you're trying to grab the single leg and then you're trying to sprawl away and then you're trying to do everything at 100%. Rather than like striking, where you could say like you can throw a jab, that jab's 60%. You can like, you know, be feint, that's 30%. But everything I feel like in wrestling is done at 100%. Even if you watch like a wrestling match, like watch like Bo Nickel highlights or something, everything that he fucking does is all so explosive, so fast. But isn't kickboxing harder on your body? I don't think so. I think I'd say that MMA is harder on your body. Because kickboxing and sparring, I'm not sure. I can't guarantee this because I don't actually know. I know that Muay Thai, they spar pretty easy. Boxing, they spar pretty hard. Depends on where you go. But like generally, I'm not sure what it is in kickboxing. I presume it's more towards the side of where they spar pretty soft. But I don't know. I'll be annoyed if someone Alex fights John and wins, and people say it's just because John's old when they're the same, and Alex is actually 12 days older. Yeah, but he's like, we mean like old as in like fight years, you know what I mean? Like Max Holloway's like 36 in fight years, but he's like 30. Anton Turkalaj over Alex Pereira. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've seen a lot of people say shit like that. Well, it depends on what. But people talk about Artem Vakitov as well. He's another guy that beat Alex Pereira in kickboxing, but it's like, come on, bro. Are we serious? You really think he beats him in MMA? No, he doesn't. Then there's the other guy. What's the guy that's in Alex Pereira's corner's name again? Fuck. Yusuf Balagri. He's another one. It's crazy that they train now. If you don't know, Yusuf Balagri and Alex Pereira used to have like a crazy kickboxing rivalry, and now they just train together. He was on Dana White's Contender Series last year and lost. Islam is a top 3 overall fighter in the UFC, but I have literally 14 guys to strike better than him. Having in your top 1 to 5 is just absurd. Do people have in his top 1 to 5? Top 1 to 5 is crazy. I've seen people put him top 10. I even think top 15 is kind of crazy. I'd probably have him at maybe around that 25, 27 spot. Artem and Alex are 1-1 in kickboxing. I thought Artem was 1-2 against them, or 2-1 against them. Maybe he wasn't. But Alex Pereira also got some dodgy decisions in boxing. I watched a few of Alex Pereira's like old kickboxing fights, like that Izzy one, the Artem Vakitov one. There's some dodgy decisions in there that I did not think that he won. But yeah, no, wrestling is fucking horrendous. Strickland is super annoying. He's another guy that would be super annoying to fight. Sean Strickland, where he's just constantly just pushing you backwards, just with like this weird like half Philly shell kind of movement. 2 splits though, yeah. Most of Alex Pereira's, I don't know why, like every time I watch one of these fights, bro, every time I watch a shitty Apex fight night, why is Muay Thai not in the UFC? Why is kickboxing not in the UFC? Why not? Why are you trying to promote Power Slap over these? Like, I'd love to sit down and talk with Dana White and actually ask him those questions. Because anytime you see a Dana White interview, it's like, hey, Dana, that Conor McGregor guy, when is he coming back? He's a good fighter, isn't he? Like he's going to say on this fucking random show in Midwest Ohio, he's going to be like, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to announce here, Conor McGregor's coming back in July. Like, what the fuck? Stupid shit. Like, ask him actual real questions. Unless Dana White, I don't know, maybe he's got like a list of things. Don't ask him about this shit. What's good, John? One could argue that Alex has taken more punishment over the years. I get what you mean when you say John has more MMA years, but he has lots of layoffs too. And his fights, he didn't really get hurt a lot compared to Alex Pereira, who got KO'd. I think it's the camps more. Like the camps that Alex Pereira is going to be in for kickboxing are not going to be that strenuous. Like he might be in 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks. So, like he's just trying to make weight essentially because he knows he's that much better than the guy. Whereas every time John Jones is in a camp, it's a 12-week against DC. And then he has, like you say, that he has a lot of layoffs, but he has also all of those camps where fights got cancelled because of his own fault. Don't get me wrong, because of his own fault. But they're still camps. They're still, there's still miles on the body. Hey, Dana, how do you feel to be back in Vegas, bro? The fucking questions are so bad. I see Lucas Tracy do a video about it, like every time after every press conference, it'll just be like, these reporters can't do it again. I just see it every time. It's so funny. Have you seen the TJ Loves Fights video on why Muay Thai and kickboxing isn't big in America? It explains it quite well. I haven't, but I've seen a lot of people talk about it. And I just disagree. I think that if you got it under the UFC wheel, under the UFC kind of PR, it would do unbelievably well. I understand starting a promotion just now, like say a kickboxing promotion or a Muay Thai promotion was to start up right now, they would probably struggle in the US. They probably wouldn't do that well in the US. But if they go under the UFC, under Dana White, and have that whole kind of envelope where they get eyes push them immediately, bro, they're going to absolutely fucking kill it. What's your prediction for Aljamain Sterling versus Movzar? Booked for UFC 307. That UFC 307 card actually could low-key be a banger. As long as we don't get a dog shit co-main. I did hear, I think it was Ariel Helwani said that it might be Raquel Pennington, so that would stink it up a little bit. But that card could be good. Max versus Ilya is immediately going to make the card a banger. Then you have Aljo Movzar. You're probably going to have another 145 card. You're probably going to have another 145 or 70 around there. Shavkat or JDM, one of those guys has to fight sometime soon. I saw that Shavkat hasn't fought in over a year, by the way. That's fucking crazy. But that card could be really good. Who do I think is going to win it, though? I'd probably say Movzar. Who do you guys think is going to win that? I think it's going to be close. It's the first time we get to see Aljo tested by or it's the first time we get Movzar already tested by an elite wrestler. And we're going to get to see how much has Aljo improved in terms of striking. And also how big is Aljo for 145? Because Movzar's a big 45er too. Ilya Max is confirmed for 307. It's pretty much confirmed for 307. That's the plan as of right now. But it's Sean O'Malley Merab for 306. I think what was going on with that whole thing, just my opinion, obviously I don't have fucking insider sources, but if you ask me what I think what was going on with the whole why they haven't announced 306 yet, is because they're waiting to see if Conor McGregor can be back in time. But if he's not back in time, they're going to throw him on UFC 310 at the end of the year. But if he is back in time, they'll put him there and save Sean O'Malley for another card. Because I was watching Sean O'Malley's podcast and he said he's either fighting in December, November, December, or on the Sphere. So I presume that's what the holdup is. I presume that's why that's what the thing is. Is Conor fighting in the Sphere? If he is, then sure, that's the main event. But if he can't, put him on 310. Shavkat fought in December. That's actually facts. He did fight in December. So he fought 7 months ago? He's got to get a fight soon. Who will win, Shamil Gaziev or Sean O'Malley? Sean O'Malley via Shamil Gaziev quits on the stool. Thoughts on Paddy versus Green Person? Taking my boy Paddy by brutal decision. A lot of people have Paddy Pimblett in that fight. I've seen a ton of people say it, but I think that Paddy Pimblett is going to lose that fight. I don't know. It's a weird fight. I haven't really thought all that much about it. Because you have Paddy Pimblett's jiu-jitsu is pretty good, but Bobby Green doesn't have bad takedown defense. His jiu-jitsu isn't bad. And then you have the striking. 1-for-1 in striking, give me Bobby Green 100%. Who do you think is winning, Adesanya or DDP? Adesanya. I've said all the time, I think that Adesanya is the hard counter to DDP style. I think it's going to be close though. The second half of the year for the UFC, bro, could be fucking unbelievable. It could be unbelievable. We have, obviously, Adesanya DDP. 305 is what? That's 305, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That's 305 main event. Then 306 is going to be Sean versus Merab, pretty much. 307, Ilya versus Max. 308 is going to be the Islam Makhachev event. 309, I think, is John Jones against Stipe. And then 310 should be Conor against Chandler. That's fucking lit, bro. Best chain wrestler in the UFC is Gamrot. And did you see your boy Cody with his new tattoo? Lol, I like it. I don't like it. I'll be real. I think that shit is nasty. I wanted Ilya and Max for 306, would have been a much better matchup, but there's no Spanish ties in that. There's no Spanish ties in that. They Merab kind of reps Mexico a little bit. Don't get me wrong, he's not Mexican. And then Sean O'Malley said he's half Mexican. What's the UK time for Perry versus Paul? I think it's 4 a.m. I'll check on Bet365, they'll tell me. Boxing's pacing is also all fucked up, so you don't know. I think that hopefully Jake Paul does a better job of it. If he's watching Dana White and watches how Dana White runs pay-per-views, the UFC, to be fair to them, they pretty much always have a pay-per-view on at the right time. This one says 5 a.m. Damn, it's going to be fucking late. I did not realize it was 5 a.m. I thought it was 4 a.m. Okay, well, fuck it. Oh, Amanda Serrano's on this card. That's pretty good. Then we have Julio Cesar Chavez. That's on at 2 a.m., so we can tune in for that. So we're going to have pretty much a mix of boxing and Jake Paul. And this is going to be a long watch party, boys. We're going to be here for 8 hours plus, and I didn't eat any food before. So we might have to take a 30-minute break or some shit, but we'll be good. We'll lock in. Jake Paul's also a huge favorite in this fight. Huge favorite in this shit. Look at this shit. Jake Paul is a 1.15 favorite, which means if you put down, 100, you get 115 back. Just clicked on the wrong shit. I presume that's what it is. Yeah, if you put down 100, you get 115 back. Bro, that Mike Perry money line might hit. I swear those odds have gotten way worse. But then, you look at the rest of the odds in boxing. Dog shit. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That might be the name I am worst at pronouncing in the entire game. And I fucking know the name, too. I'm also getting no sleep next week because I have tickets for 304 and it's at 5 a.m. Damn, tickets for 304. It's nice. Were they expensive? They must have been expensive as shit. How you look fresh? I appreciate that. Ilya has Spanish citizenship and Spain colonized Mexico. Yeah, he probably look bad. Problem is that the only one who wanted to fight Shavkat is JDM, and JDM is injured. Usman says he wants to come back, but God knows when. I feel like a lot of people said that they wanted to fight Shavkat. Ian Gary said, give me Shavkat. Usman said he wouldn't mind Shavkat. JDM says that he wants Shavkat. Like, there's a lot of guys. I feel like Shavkat's definitely not being ducked. Remember when you said you were taking a nap and missed the entire St. Louis card? Yeah, that happened. But I'm the worst person at taking naps on the planet. I'm the worst at waking up in general. Is Islam fighting Edwards next because Arman out for ages? Who else is Islam going to fight? Either Gamrot, Charles Oliveira too. And I think that Arman is back in time. From what I know, Arman Tsarukyan's back in time. Bet on a draw. It's such a good bet for this fight especially. What are the odds on a draw? They're probably pretty good. 700 a pop and we got 2 tickets. Damn, bro, the UFC is fucking crazy. 700 a ticket. 700 a ticket. Do you see Dan Hooker speak about Adesanya being at 230 pounds right now? That's big. How far out are we from, what are we, 6 weeks away from that? No, he's 230 now. That's gotta be bullshit. He's still 230? How far away are we from, let me see. Bro, we also have some good fight nights. This fight night is fucking horrendous. What is the UFC's obsession with women's Apex main events and fucking these main events, which is just horrendous? Like Marcin Tybura, Sergey Spivak as a main event. Please don't do that shit. Please never do this shit ever again. But how many weeks away are we from this? We're like 4 weeks. Yeah, we're 4 weeks out. If he's 230 4 weeks out, get the bets on Izzy to not make weight. 50 pounds in 4 weeks is a lot. That's a lot. No way, still 230. 1,400 down the drain. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, bro. That's crazy. You better not be one of those motherfuckers that shows up at the stadium at the main card. Nah, he'll be there for early prelims. I'm sure of it. I'm sure they'll be. If you're paying 700, you might as well get every bit of money. You might as well like get every bit of value from that. You know what's super annoying about this shit too, okay? My sleep schedule could have been good for like 8 weeks straight. My sleep schedule always gets fucked up because it's like UFC event, 3 weeks, or it's like UFC event, 2 weeks, fight night, 2 weeks, main event. So main event, it gets super fucked up and then I'll reset it again. My shit could have been good for 8 weeks, bro. For 8 weeks. Between the last pay-per-view up to this one, which is in London, so it should have been on at a regular time, and then the next pay-per-view. It could have been 8 weeks of me having a normal sleep schedule. But no. To be fair, the random Apex events have more bangers than Izzy defending his title against Romero. Shit, bro. Title fights just mean more. Like, these fights mean literally nothing. Conor's a plan, beat Max, win the BMF, then win the BMF belt, take it to BKFC versus Mike, BMF versus King of Violence, winner takes it all. Shit, if Conor McGregor has that much planned out, fuck. Conor gets smoked by Max, though, I think. Well, actually, it depends what weight it's at, but I think Max is just too good for Conor right now. He's too active. If Krylov comes back, who should he fight? Shit, you could fight anybody light heavyweight. Rakic wouldn't be a bad one for him to fight. I watch every early prelim, lol, bathroom breaks for women's MMA. That, bro, there's so many women's MMA fights on this shit, too. Also, there's a lot of Asians on this card. It's fucking crazy. Have you guys seen how many Asians that there is on this card? Is it like some Asian New Year or something? Is there a reason? Because, like, holy fuck, bro, look. I'm on the wrong card. No, I'm on the correct card. Okay, so we have 1, 2. I'm not sure if she is, but she looks Asian. 2, 3, 4, 5. Who was meant to be here? Then there's none on the early prelims, but on the main card, 5 Asian fighters on the main card is crazy. Like, is it like some... And none of them are fighting each other either. They're all fighting different people. Isn't Krylov dead? No. What the fuck? Did he die? Nikita Krylov. Let me see this shit. What the fuck? Seriously, where he hasn't posted... Could he actually be dead? What the fuck? It's like a UFC conspiracy theory I haven't tapped into. He just doesn't want to post. So he hasn't posted on socials in almost a year and heard zero news. Could he actually be dead? Pretty sure he had surgery and he's recovering. He's still recovering from shoulder surgery. Okay. He lives in Russia and is pro-Russia. Unless the Ukrainians got a hold on him, he's probably fine. Yeah, okay, so he's probably okay. I was tweaking for a second there. I was like, is he dead? Oh, it's because MMA Guru tweeted out 3 months ago. At this point, there's no way of knowing if Nikita Krylov is dead or alive. I'm pretty sure the UFC would have came out and said if the guy was dead. Thoughts on Anton Turkalaj's future? I already miss him. By the way, bro, sorry for not tuning in. I low-key enjoy watching cards. No watch party, but this card is so horrible. I gotta have you entertain me. Yeah, no, I get it. It's whatever. Do your thing. He just went monk mode. I like when UFC fighters do that shit. Low key, I fuck with when UFC fighters do that shit. Go monk mode, just don't really say shit. What's good name? I haven't fucking, I don't know, like Anton Turkalaj he's whatever to me. He's like another one of those fighters where it's like, oh shit, he's fighting, it's cool. But if he's not fighting, it's also like whatever. He does have a kind of decent nickname though. The Pleasure Man is your nickname. Like, it's not good, but it's pretty funny. It gets you, it at least have you stand out. Okay, let's look at Anton Turkalaj's record. Brother, the guy is stinky. KO loss, decision loss, submission loss. To be fair, he's lost to good guys. Tyson Pedro, Vitor Petrino, Jelton Almeida. But he's just not it. How the fuck did he get into how the fuck did he get into UFC off a decision in the Contender Series? I thought unless you have like a fucking Hall of Fame scrap, you don't get in on decisions. They want to finish. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. Nah, Paul versus Perry starts in like 6 hours, bro. Or 5.5 hours. We're far away from that. We're not even close. Hot take: Alexander Volkov wins the belt early next year against whoever has it. He's not a bad guy for a dark horse. Don't call my boy stinky. Matchmakers want him dead from day one, bro. The guy stinks. It is absolutely not my fault that the guy's stinky. He's got to hold that shit. A funny UFC nickname is Twinkle Toes. There's so many funny ones. There's so many random ass ones you'd never be able to guess too. Like just from hearing the nickname, like you never hear fighters call that. And then there's other guys like Figgy has a nickname that isn't Figgy, where it's like, yeah, but his nickname really is just Figgy. What fight do we have now? Let's check. Go through the schedule. I'm pretty sure this fight's actually decent, this next fight, because, yeah. It goes, okay fight. Brother, we might have a lot of decisions on this shit, too. Loic Rabzadov. He was actually pretty decent. Then you have Cody Gibson. There's also a hell of a lot of tough fighters on this shit. Kurt Holobaw's on this shit. Cody Gibson's on this shit. Like, there's a lot of fucking guys on this card. This is pretty much like, if you lose on this card, if you're a fighter that loses on this card, you're pretty much gonna get cut. Like, these guys are fighting for their fucking life. Thoughts on Omiel Brown? I haven't heard of him. Why Jandy Roba look like an alien? It's a great question, brother. She could see, she's got 120 FOV IRL. I'm so hyped for next week. We got Kaylin Loughran, Bannon, Kiefer Crosby, and Molly McCann all representing Ireland. Molly McCann ain't representing Ireland. What the fuck? Yeah, no. I guessed it, Connor. I guessed it when I read it. Yeah, no. We're gonna be out in force. I'm gonna be pushing some propaganda. I'm gonna be pushing some heinous propaganda, putting in some crazy bets. Are you a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Hell no. I'm a white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I am not a purple belt. One of the coaches that I have is a purple belt. He's fucking disgusting at Jiu-Jitsu. Like, actually disgusting. Who wins, JDM or Khabib? Give me Khabib. Khabib, like, JDM we haven't seen enough. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that. I feel like Khabib would just maul JDM. Like, Gilbert Burns was able to, kind of get him down, get him in tough positions, nearly submit him. Khabib would fuck him up. Molly does represent Ireland. All she uses the flag and wears green. Yeah, but like just because you're repping the shit doesn't mean that you are the shit. Whereas most of those other guys are actually Irish fighters. Kiefer Crosby will kind of allow. Why did I just get a licorice ad? Who the fuck made a business for just licorice? Now I've got to look this up. It's actually good marketing out of them. What the fuck is this shit? Bro, these guys legit just made a whole business out of licorice. I've got to look at this shit. I just got the ad. There's no way this shit is profitable. 592,000 happy customers? What the fuck? How many different flavors is there? I thought it was just black and red. Damn, it's expensive too. Oh no, wait, that's a pound? 1 pound tube is $16? That's actually not too bad. $54? $54 for 3 pounds? I thought this was America, bro. What the fuck, bro? The fact that that's even a legit business that has enough money that it can advertise is fucking crazy. Omiel Brown will be the UFC welterweight champion. Watch. I don't know about all that shit, bro. The UFC welterweight champion is a high bracket to put that guy at. Let me look him up. Let me see. Omiel Brown. Let's see. Do I think he's at that level yet? 7-3 pro MMA fighter out of England. Does he have an ESPN thing? Yeah, he does. ESPN are the goats for this shit because they don't have to like fucking go through ads and cookies and everything. Okay, in Cage Warriors right now, last fight May 15th, lost the belt to Yanis Bakar. See, bro, I'm so fucking untapped in with anything that isn't the UFC. Like, if you like, I could probably name. That's actually a good question. How many UFC fighters do I think I can name? At least 200. At least 200 that are on like the current roster. But if you ask me, like PFL, Bellator guys, we're maybe getting 20, 30. You train MMA IRL? No, I do jiu-jitsu and I've done boxing. I've never done kickboxing. But I've trained with MMA guys. If that's something. Bro, how the fuck are these ads actually real? I gotta fucking change it to something else. The UFC is already starting to torch time, by the way. Already making me watch like 30 minutes of ads in between fights. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how these guys can constantly torch time. I'm meant to do a gaming stream at some point this week too, which, you know, still could happen. I could do it right now if I set everything up properly, but I'm not sure. I got floor seats to the fight. They weren't that bad. I'm going with my dad in 35 minutes. Hopefully it's a good card. What? For this? For the Apex? Shit, that'd be sick. Floor seats for any UFC fight's gonna be fire. Like, I'd watch fucking floor. Like, it doesn't really matter who's on the card. If you're there in the Apex floor seats, you can hear legit like every strike, every punch. And you've got a really, really good angle for watching the fights. That's what I always think. Like, when you watch actual people that are at the event, like say, like, I don't know, Sean O'Malley, when he's at the event and he's not fighting, they kind of have like a dog shit like angle to see the fight because the cage is like elevated, obviously, so everybody around can see it. But like they're down low, so they're kind of like looking up at the cage trying to see it. But yeah, no, that should be fucking fire. I heard that those Apex cards were fucking expensive as shit to go to. Do a quiz for every UFC fighter you can name, like the quiz you did for every champion. I'm not sure if that is a quiz. I will definitely do some quizzes tonight, though. Just because there's so many fucking dog shit fights, bro. There's too many dog shit fights. We're gonna do some. We're gonna do quizzes from every sector. We're gonna review some shit. I'm gonna look at that top 100 athletes. I'm gonna do a bit of fucking everything tonight. No bullshit. We're gonna do a bit of everything. Because I named 10 Swedish MMA fighters to prove you're not a casual. That's not easy. That's not easy. Gustafsson, Turkalaj. Who else is there? Who else is there that's a Swede? Hermansson. Damn. Is there 10 Swedish fighters like active? Josephine Knutson. There's a women's MMA one. That's bag right there. That's bag. That's 4. How many Swedish? Has there been 10 Swedish MMA fighters? Or 10 Swedish UFC fighters? Because MMA I'm not going to get. If they're outside the UFC, I'm cooked. 4. Who are the other ones? There's other ones that are actually good. They're in the UFC. I don't know why I can't think of them. Why can I not think of Swedish fighters? Swedish. How many is there? Is it like a shit ton all time? You probably don't know. I'm gonna look it up because I'm probably not gonna get any more. Swedish UFC fighters. Let's see. It doesn't tell me if they're in the UFC or not. Let me see if I recognize any of these names. Damn, show per 100. Oh no, there's only 77. Gustafsson. There's not that many names here that I recognize. I recognize that name, Daniel Tamer. Guram Karalatsi, I should have got. But I swear, he doesn't fight under the Swedish flag, does he? No, yeah, he fights under, half Georgia, half Sweden. He's more Georgian to me, though. I swear he's Georgian. He's Georgian. Bulk backup for Shamil Gaziev? Hell no. That's dog shit. But I appreciate the 2 pounds, Jim. My G. My G, Jim Miller. I don't know how people can do that bulking shit, bro. Like, I don't know how you go from bulking to cutting. That's like another level of, you know, fucking personal just being locked in. Ilir Latafi, Hamzat. Yeah, but Hamzat's not actually Swedish. I'm talking about guys that, well, Hamzat is actually Swedish, but I'm talking about guys that like walk out with the Swedish flag. That's pretty much how I do it. Apart from Molly McCann. Molly McCann can walk out with an Irish flag, but she's not from Ireland. Hamzat, I should have definitely got. Josephine Knutson was a pull, though. You can't lie. That's a pull. Bro, why are ESPN Plus showing Wrexham against AFC Bournemouth? Bournemouth against Wrexham cannot be a game that's on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. There's, like, that must be a whole fucking 30 pay-per-views pay-per-view buys. Trey Ogden could get a submission here, by the way. He's got one hand under the neck. He's kind of fucked. You could probably take on Shamil Gaziev without bulking, bro. I definitely could. I probably could beat him without bulking. No bullshit. All I have to do is like run around the cage 10 times and he's going to be dead. He's going to quit on the stool. If I can just legit like get around the cage for 5 minutes, just move around the cage, he's not going to be able to hit me. And then he's not going to be able to keep up after 5 minutes. He's going to be dead. Jake Paul versus Dricus in boxing. Dricus would, ooh. It's crazy that in my mind, there's a little hold on when I think about that. But no, I think Dricus would cook him. There is a question, though. Like, there is a question. I think Dricus has too weird and too awkward of a style for it to actually work for Jake Paul. I'm all out of love. That song stuck in my head from a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode that I was watching earlier. Bro, Trey Ogden has literally had his back for 3 minutes and has not done shit with it. What the fuck are we doing here? Can you submit him? Get his ass out of here? Oh yeah, I need to check in on COD champs. What part of Ireland are you from? I'm from Dublin. I'm from South Dublin. Damn, Optic are up 2-1. If you don't watch COD champs, you don't know. But if you know, you know. COD champs is fucking, it's one of my favorite times of the year. Because I used to play like competitive Call of Duty a lot. And now obviously I don't anymore, but I still watch. I'm still locked in on it. Do you think Hamzat beats Dricus? No, Dricus du Plessis smokes him. Dricus du Plessis beats him with relative ease, I'd say. Just because, like, what problems does Hamzat Chimaev pose to Dricus? Dricus has survivability. So, like, if Hamzat doesn't beat him in the first 5 minutes, he's fucked. Because Dricus is going to finish him. And Dricus is, like, just a difficult guy to finish overall. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is goated. Yeah, no, it's fire. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Actually, a banger TV show. You're from Cavan? Damn, from down the country. I've been to Cavan before. I've been to a hotel in Cavan for like 2 weeks. It's just kind of like a nothing place there. Like, there's not much to do in Cavan. I think that there's not much to do in Dublin. But in Cavan, there's definitely not much to do. Didn't Hamzat change his country flag to UAE? Yeah, it was UAE and then it was another one. Didn't he have like a weird country flag for a while? Did he walk with a Russian flag? I feel like he did. Or like a Chechnyan flag. I don't know if Chechnya have their own flag. But I feel like he did walk out with like one of those flags before. Oh, he got the... Did he get the finish? I wasn't watching properly. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the round just ended. But he just held his back for fucking 4 minutes and just didn't do shit with it. Manel Kape versus Makhachev. Who do you have winning in 304? 304. Manel Kape versus Makhachev. That's a tough one. I'm going to go Manel Kape. I love the way Manel Kape fights, and his personality is actually good. I think that he could revive that like 125-pound division because he actually has a decent personality. Most other fighters that we see, like most of the guys at 125, Pantoja, Moreno's not bad, but most of them just have zero personality. Manel Kape is actually pretty funny. So I'm going Manel Kape. Tommy Fury versus Sean Strickland in boxing. Damn, that's actually a good-ass fucking question. I don't know who I'd have. I'm a black guy from Cavan. Damn, so you're truly 101. You're truly 101. I said I'm 101, but you're actually 101. Nah, there's got to be other motherfuckers down there. But who do I think would win? Tommy Fury versus Sean Strickland in boxing? That's a good fucking question. Because like my mind immediately goes with the UFC fighter. Actually, well, Jake Paul and Tommy Fury had a close fight. So I think that Sean Strickland probably smokes him. He probably smokes him. Sean Strickland wins on volume. Yeah, I'd say so. Especially if you're going like 12 rounds. If you're going 12 rounds, 36 minutes, that's a long fucking time. I agree, but I'm a bit biased because I'm from Portugal. Why do Portugal not have like a great MMA scene? Like most other countries in Europe have at least a few good fighters. I feel like Malcape is the only good Portuguese fighter. Am I bugging or is there anybody else? Like Ireland has some good fighters. England has some good fighters. France, Germany, Spain, they all have good fighters. Actually, Germany doesn't have that many either. But I feel like Portugal just doesn't have any. Damn, that was a nice right hand by Trey Ogden. Just caught him right on the fucking chin. Where are you from in Portugal? I was supporting Portugal at the last Euros. I was so sad to see them go out. I just wanted Ronaldo to get another Euros, or at least get the guy in the clutch. Henry Cejudo's watching this shit. He just tweeted about it. Great control by Ogden. Of course, he's dick riding the guy that's wrestling. Every wrestler just sits there like Aljo, Henry Cejudo. Anytime you're watching like an early prelim on a UFC fight night, you're gonna see Aljo sit there and just be like tweeting about how the wrestling is so good. I'm trying to think of who Jake Paul and Tommy Fury could actually beat inside the UFC. Like, who's a big name inside the UFC that Jake Paul and Tommy Fury could beat? Porto? Damn, bro. My fucking my geography is so dog shit that I thought that Porto was just a football club. I didn't realize it was like actually a place. I thought it was because obviously like some places like Lisbon I know, but apart from that I'm fucked in terms of Portugal. Tommy would break if Sean was able to solely focus on boxing and then instead of takedowns and kicks, he could let his hands go a lot more compared to an MMA fight. But he also could get caught. Like Tommy Fury is a decent boxer. He's not a great boxer. He was underrated for a while. He was literally going through that whole scale. The thing that I talk about, where it's like the underrated scale where a fighter is over, or the overrated scale, not the underrated scale. The overrated scale where a fighter is overrated and people start to say he's overrated. Then he becomes, like properly rated because everybody knows he's properly rated, or he becomes properly rated because everybody starts to say he's overrated. And then after a while, he'll become underrated because too many people start to say he's overrated. Prime Cormier versus Prime Kane. Give me Prime Cormier. I think Cormier's just at a different level. He's at a different level to most of the heavyweights ever. The only guys that are really in his bracket are like John, Stipe. I would have loved to have seen like Tom Aspinall right now against DC. I think that would have been a great fucking... I think that would have been great to watch. We had Felipe Fialho in the UFC, but he got cut from the roster because he sucks. That's the worst thing when I get like hyped up about like an Irish prospect for me, and then they just suck. There's been so many of them. There's been so many where I'm just like, wow, you're just kind of dog shit. Like, you're just not very good. What UFC fighters do I think would lose to Jake Paul, though? Like, obviously you can pick out guys. There's someone. Do you guys think Islam Makhachev versus Jake Paul? Who wins that boxing match? Islam Makhachev or Jake Paul? This might be a hot take. I think Jake Paul wins that. I deadass think that Jake Paul beats Islam Makhachev. Is that crazy to say? Who would you pick right now if you locked whole population in a room? Who walks out? Probably some random guy that we haven't heard of. Because if you think about like whole population in a room, who walks out? It's going to be someone random. Because John Jones and like UFC fighters are going to get way too targeted. Like 10 people are immediately going to try stack John Jones just because he's the biggest threat by far. And like Tom Aspinall and shit, like people are going to swarm those guys. So it's going to be like some guy that just kind of gets lucky and manages to not get swarmed. Tom said DC is a bad matchup for him because he's short. That is kind of true. Punching down on people is always weird, especially like if you've got like a big height advantage, and 6 inches is pretty big. But like that punching down motion, people don't like realize how weird it is, but it is like weird as fuck. Damn, that arm triangle is deep as fuck. Bro, the submission that I get submitted in the most in jiu-jitsu by far is the arm triangle. Like I just get arm triangled fucking 24/7. I need to actually get good at defending it because I know the defense. He's doing the defense correctly. It's like you're meant to get like your elbow like this. They call it the telephone defense because it's essentially like that. But you're meant to get like here to block you from getting arm triangled. But I can never fucking do it. Jake Paul is not a crazy take to beat Islam Makhachev. Who else then? Does he beat? I'm trying to think. Does he beat Leon Edwards in a boxing match? No, that's too far. JDM, no. Ian Gary, no, I don't think so. Does he beat Shavkat? Shavkat against Jake Paul in a boxing match. Who wins? Thoughts on Logan Paul versus Pantoja in MMA? Pantoja cooks him. Pantoja hits him with 4 calf kicks and fucking breaks the guy. Especially if you've got USADA testing, because we all know that boy Logan is juiced out of his fucking mind. He's so juiced out of his mind. But I would like to see more people cross over into MMA. Like, I think it would be fun. Rather than just having like these random ass boxing fights all the time, have some MMA fights. Also, another thing that I think Dana White should do is when you see like those 2v2 and 3v3 and like 1v3 events, bro, bring that shit into the UFC. Get that on the early prelims. Give me a 1v3 fight. I want that shit. Bear in mind, Logan's a college wrestler. Yeah, I know, but he'd still get cooked. He'd still get cooked. Like, he might do better than most people on the planet would, just because he's athletic, college wrestler, but like, he's still getting absolutely fucking barbecued by him. I don't think that there's anybody, like, there's no like celebrity type guy that would even do anything inside the UFC. That would like be like an early prelims guy in the UFC. Like, even early prelims 125 in the UFC gets beat by Logan Paul. The question is, no, Rob Lees Espana would get cooked by him. I was thinking to myself, would Logan Paul be able to just hold down Rob Lees Espana if they said like not 3-5 minutes, but just 15 minutes? Logan versus Islam street fight, brother. Islam would fucking kill the guy. Holy shit. Did you see him wrestle with Paulo Costa? No, I've never seen it. I've seen him wrestle with Israel Adesanya though. Honestly, Logan Paul would beat Andrew Tate in an MMA fight. It depends like the testing for both of them, because I doubt either of them are natural. Andrew Tate is like legit kickboxing skills. Logan Paul is legit wrestling skills. So that's like a UFC 1 matchup. What's better? The wrestling or the kickboxing? Which one? Tate has 0 grappling. Yeah, but he could learn a bit. Like, he could learn takedown defense. It depends how long they give him. If they give him 6 months, he could get his takedown defense to a pretty good spot. And, bro, fucking... like, this has just been a snooze fest of a fight. He's just been held down legit the entire fight. Damn, this fucking match of champs is coming down to the wire, bro. This shit's coming down to the wire. Sky's just popped a 2-piece. I gotta fucking switch over for this shit. Uno segundo. Damn, now Optic are in. Who's got the rotation to next? NYSL have the rotation to next, I think. Oh, but he's one shot as fuck. Stuck behind that car. 2-piece. They need 5 seconds. It's up to 250. Oh, he just got it. He just won the game. Damn. He just won the game like that. Holy fuck, that was close. That's on the side monitor really quick. COD Champs is fucking insane to watch if you haven't watched it. It's fucking sick. Because everybody knows COD. Everybody's played COD before. But like actually like watching this shit at the highest level, bro, those guys are fucking unbelievable. Like, they're actually disgusting in the game. I still think Logan would beat him even though I don't like him very much. Yeah, but how do you deal with the calf kicks? Like, he's just going to get his calf kicked to absolute shit. Do you think you could beat any strawweight in the UFC? Yeah, probably an early prelim strawweight. As long as they're not like really, really good at like one thing, then probably. Like, if I can keep it on the feet for even a good amount of time, yeah, I could. But the problem is, if I get taken down, like, there's black belts that would be about strawweight size at my gym that like would fuck me up. That would absolutely cook me if they were trying. Like, would submit me with ease. But when you bring in stand-up, it's a completely different game. You play S&D on COD? Yeah. I play S&D on COD. I used to play like competitive S&D, like game battles, CMG, UMG, all that different type of stuff, but I don't really play anymore. I played a little bit now, but not too much. Khabib versus Shavkat at 170. I feel like you've got to go with Khabib right now, but in the future, my opinion could change on that. Just because like Shavkat's best win is Wonderboy. Shavkat's best win is Wonderboy. Khabib has shown too much for me to not pick him. S&D is what they play map 5 in these. In COD Champs, fuck it. We can watch until the next UFC fight's on because it's free. That's the great thing about COD is that like you can actually watch party COD because it's just free on YouTube. So we might fucking flick it on and just watch it. Especially while we wait for like the fights in between the fights. 1 minute 50 left in this round 3. It's been one of the most boring UFC fights I've thought. I'd cut them both after this shit, honestly. I'd cut them both after this shit. Do you think DJ could could be Pantosia's next title fight. If not, you think because Pantosia said it'll be someone that nobody expects. Did he say someone that nobody expects? I doubt it's going to be DJ just because his relationship with the UFC isn't good, and why would one let him go? Pretty sure he's still under contract with one. It would be sick. I'd fucking love to see it, bro. And I think that Pantosia would actually get respect if he beat DJ. But who the fuck knows, to be honest, at this point? Who the fuck knows? I don't think so. Like if I'm betting on who his next defense is, though, it's either Albazi or it's makhachev. It's one of the two. I guess Albazi, though, because I know Albazi had to pull out of a fight earlier, but is he back? Like, was it an injury that he pulled out with? I actually can't remember why he pulled out. Imagine fighting Khabib and Islam in a street fight. You're just absolutely fucked. You're absolutely fucked. Like, there's legit nothing you could do. You could try kick him in the balls, I guess. Try low blow. But that's it. That would be my technique. Try low blow immediately, and if not, try outrun him. But even Islam can definitely run. Maybe you're outrunning Khabib. Maybe. Because Khabib's a little bit chonky now, you know what I mean? He's a little bit bigger now. But Islam, fuck no. Yeah, there's zero chance that you outrun him. 20 seconds left in round 3 of this shit. This shit's been a snoozer, I'll be real. This is one of the worst UFC fights I've ever watched. One of the worst ones I've ever watched. But that's what you get on a fucking Apex prelims. That's what you get on an Apex prelims. It's just, it is what it is. Finally, Lloyd Grabzadov manages to fucking stand up with like 10 seconds left on the clock. Doesn't matter though. See, like, that's the type of shit where, like, even though I know that there's probably high-level MMA going on and that, like, the jiu-jitsu in it is probably good, like, it's still boring as fuck to watch. I don't care what anybody says. Like, he did 0 damage to him on the ground. He just kind of held him down. It should not be, like, you should not get points for that. You should not get points for just holding somebody down. But they do, because the judging in this shit is just ass. I'd love to, like, there's so many things that I'd change about MMA. If you gave me, like, the power to just start, like, flipping shit around in MMA and changing shit completely in MMA, bro, I would change so much different shit around. I'd change everything pretty much. Have any of you boys been playing College Football 25 too? I was playing it earlier this week, bro. That game is fun, bro. That game is fun. Being like in the dynasty mode, I don't play too much online on it. I'll play a lot of Ultimate Team when Madden comes out, but I don't play a lot of College Football 25 Ultimate Team. But bro, playing like the dynasty modes, the offline modes, and that shit is fun as fuck. I have a player career. I have a manager career. That shit is lit as fuck. Actually lit. Game 5 of this Optic game is coming up. I don't know why they have to take such long breaks in between this shit. Like, coverage continues in 3 minutes. Why'd you need a long break for COD? For them to, like, go to the back and do some other shit. Thing is, like, the days in COD are super long, too, because, like, that's a 6-hour fucking thing, at least. Probably 5.5. Let me swap over to it so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Like, if you see how many games that there is in a day, like, there's a fuckload. Let me move my shit over here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a day. That's a fucking lot of games in a day. I can swap to the actual one too, instead of this shit. That's Zuma. For those of you that like watch competitive COD, you definitely know who Zuma is. That guy's a goat. He's an actual fucking goat. Let me look up Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Fuck me, I could not have spelled that worse. But this is the actual main broadcast for it, bro. It's sick to watch. If you've ever played like normal COD, competitive COD is 10 times better to watch. It's just 10 times more fun to watch. Alex versus Aspinall at heavyweight. It's a good question. I think Tom Aspinall probably does go out there and just fuck him up. Like, it is close. It's not a terrible fight like some people say. I think that Tom Aspinall could maybe have some problems with Alex Pereira stand-up. Alex could maybe test his chin, test his legs. He's going to bring him into that second round, that third round, but I think eventually Tom Aspinall just submits him. I'm pretty sure eventually he's just going to, he's going to get a double leg from somewhere. He's going to wrestle him down from somewhere and eventually win. Oh, I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. Trey Ogden won that decision pretty comprehensively, pretty easily. Like, there's not a doubt that he was going to win that decision anyway. Esports players are the best athletes in the world. Some of them are actually pretty jacked. Some of them are also fat as fuck. But there's some of them that are actually pretty jacked. Coverage continues in 20 seconds. I'm going to have to lock in and watch game 5 of this. This is winners finals. So like the way that the brackets work in COD is different. There's a winners and a losers side. So if you lose, you're not just out immediately. If you lose, you go into obviously the losers bracket and then you can like earn your way back in. But it's fun as fuck to watch, bro. Like when you know everything about it, when you know like the different strat and the different shit about that. Pretty sure I heard an interview where Tom said he'd immediately shoot for a takedown against Alex, as he should. As he should. And they get big ass crowds at these. They get like actually pretty big crowds, bro. Like it's pretty sick. I can't lie. I wouldn't go to one just because it's kind of weird. And they're pretty expensive to go to too. I'm pretty sure it's like maybe $200 a ticket for like the final day. This is the Saturday. The final day is Sunday. But like it's expensive to go to these. I gotta fix my camera. Give me 1 sec. It's all fucked up here. Because it's like too stretched out and shit. Let me go over here and make myself a lot smaller. Just until the next UFC fight is on. At least something entertaining in the background. Something in the background that's decently entertaining. I wish that more lower level promotions did shit like this, because I'd love to like sit here and like watch like low level fights, but actually watch them with all the boys, you know what I mean? Where like if they're streaming it on YouTube, we can just sit here and fucking watch it together. That'd be sick. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen like that. So can't do it. Because like imagine we had like some Bellator prelims or some shit. Just like right over here and we're just like watching it together, watching the fucking KOs. That'd be sick. I know that the UFC have never done it, I don't think. I know the Power Slap does it on Kick. Maybe we could do some shit on Power Slap. Remember the Fortnite World Cup? That shit was massive. Yeah, no, the Fortnite World Cup was elite. I used to sit there like every Friday watching the qualifiers for the Fortnite World Cup. It was sick. We might actually play some games today. I might turn it into a bit of a gaming stream too. Might play some college football 25. Might play some COD depending on what's going on. But we might actually do some games today, which I didn't think we were going to do. But this card is just so meaty, bro. Like I wish they just put together a fucking good card. If they put together a good card, it'd be fun as fuck. This is S&D, so it's like the more strategical mode rather than hardpoint, where it's just kind of like headbutt. Like there is strategy in hardpoint, but this one's pretty much just headbutt. First blood for Kenny. Why did they not fucking show it? But yeah, no, bro, the UFC run a stupid amount of promos, bro. Like we're watching. Like why am I watching fucking Amanda Lemos promos now? Like do you seriously need to fucking fill the time that badly? Miranda Maverick, holy shit. Like, this is the depths, brother. This is the depths. This might be one of the worst UFC cards of all time. At least the next fight is decent, and then the main card's going to start at 1 a.m. So we've got 30 minutes in between, or we've got an hour for 2 fights. So yeah, we're definitely gaming. They're gonna have to run the shit out of some promos here. They're gonna have to run the absolute shit out of some promos. Because there's no fucking way. There's absolutely no way that they, yeah. I'm not even going to comment on it because it's going to get me pissed off if I think about it. It's going to get me pissed off. If you could play COD with any UFC fighter, who would it be? I don't know. Who actually plays COD from the UFC fighters? Who would you rather game with, Max, DJ, or Whitaker? Give me Max. I feel like Max would be the most fun one to game with. And Robert Whitaker kind of plays like, he plays more like single player games. I don't really play that shit. Whereas Max Holloway, I know, plays like Warzone. Sean O'Malley plays Warzone too. That'd be cool to play with him. If ads matter so much for the time in between fights, why doesn't the UFC even run ads other than their own? I don't know, bro. Like, there's no way that they're making this much off ads. There's no way that ESPN fucking 2 are making a lot off ads right now. I just refuse to believe this shit. Would you do COD 1v1s? Yeah, for sure. Fuck it. When the new game comes out, I'll do it. I'm about to play some NCAA tonight for sure. Sean O'Malley. I know that Sean O'Malley's actually decent at COD as well. Like, he's not bad at COD at all. Those guys more play the Warzone side. I don't really play Warzone that much. I play like the multiplayer side, like what they're playing. But Black Ops 6 is meant to come out. Let me look up when it's coming out. When Black Ops 6 comes out, bro, we're gonna have some gaming streams. Especially if that's like at a good time for the UFC. where like we have like a bit of a drought in the UFC, fuck. Bro, we're gonna be gaming. I guarantee you that much. Black Ops 6 is coming out October 24th, 2024. I don't think that the UFC schedule is going to be out that far, but let me just look up. When's that going to be? Like 308, maybe? 308 is October 26th. Okay, so damn. That's legit like 2 days after, the day after. So it's not at a great time, but it's at an okay time. I'll take it. Optic up 2-0. Bro, if Optic get the winners finals, if you know, you know, bro. If Optic get the Optic are the biggest organization by far, by the way. In terms of COD, like the organization with the most fans is Optic. Everybody likes Optic, apart from me. The team that I support are called LA Thieves. Omni movement on BO6 is crazy, bro. I can't wait for that shit. That's going to be fun as fuck, the Omni movement. It's just going to be like another skill gap. Damn, Optic up 3-0. Preds on a 5 streak. If you get to a 7 streak, you get that cruise missile. Yeah, no, I would like to play COD with Sean O'Malley, bro. I'd fucking shit on Sean O'Malley if I played him there. I would piss on him because I've watched them play COD. He's decent. He's decent. Don't get me wrong. He's not terrible, but bro, I'd fucking piss on him. I'd actually piss on him if I played him. Like bad, like real bad. I need to make sure that my Elgato and everything is still plugged in. I hope it's still plugged in. I hope I didn't change anything around with it. I don't think I did, but maybe I did. I hope I didn't. I know that there's one HDMI that I fucked around with. That could be a problem. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully the Elgato is still plugged in properly. Because I used to stream on Twitch a lot, but now I don't anymore. So that's why I have like the Elgato. I have the whole setup pretty much ready. But I just can't use it yet. The next UFC fight's about to start. It's Miranda Maverick against Diana Barbosa, which is... It's a stinky fight anyway. I'm not going to lie to you, brother. That fight is stinking. I'm continuing to watch this. After this shit's over, there's going to be a big gap in between. There's going to be like a pretty fucking... Maybe like a 15-minute gap in between the next series. And the next series isn't even going to be as good. It's not going to be as fun as this one. Oh, he's fucked. He's fucked. He's so fucked. Just stuck in the corner, one shot. You see that he's trying to get an angle on him. If he just stays in that corner, though, he's pretty good. As in, like, he's still going to die, but he's going to at least just take up so much space for everybody else. Oh, see, now they're in trouble. Oh, he pushed him. Look at him just fucking scurrying away. 2v2. No, why did he fucking chal that? Oh my god, he just trolled. 20 seconds left, 1v1. Oh my god, he nearly fucking wigged him. He's good, though. He's good. All he needs to do is not chal. If he just stays alive, he wins. Yeah, he stayed alive. Optic up 4-0. Damn. 4-0 is crazy. All right, let's get back to the actual fights. I'll keep that shit on the side monitor. I'll keep it on the side monitor. Oh. Bro, they're actually fucking smoking him last round, too. They're smoking him. Miranda Maverick down in Barbosa is about to start, though. I don't really give a fuck about this fight. I'm not going to lie to you, brother. I do not give enough of a fuck about this fight at all. But, fuck it. It's the UFC, so we'll sit here. We'll watch it. I'm not sure if they're going to remove slide cancelling, but if they do, I'm going to be upset because I actually like slide cancelling. There's an old-time ACR. Yeah, the ACR is in that game. It's not called that. It's called, what's it called? It's called like the MCW. It's called MCW in this game, yeah, but it's pretty much an ACR. I didn't like MW3 that much as a game, but I don't mind watching it. But like actually playing it, I think it's dog shit to play. It's just not that fun. Oh my god, they're making plays. That fight has started though. 20 seconds in, Miranda Maverick down in Barbosa. Yeah, no, slide cancelling is actually good for COD. Like it's not bad for COD at all. Some people say that it's bad, but like it's just another skill gap essentially. Which the more skillful, the more like competitive, and it sounds kind of like counterintuitive, but the more skillful, the more competitive base that COD is, the more people are going to like it. Like if you think about all the CODs that people used to love in the past, they were all based around competitive. Like fucking BO2, BO3, MW2, MW3, like they were all based with competitive in mind. They also had like pubs in mind too, don't get me wrong. They had like sales in mind. It wasn't purely competitive, but they were all based around competitive. The Get Higher game mode is fun. Yeah, I played that shit once, so it was pretty fun. They need to do more like trolley stuff like that too. And I don't understand why COD for ranked don't implement a 2v2 mode. Like, if they had a 2v2 mode, everything would be fucking so much better. So much fucking better. If they had 2v2 ranked, but they don't. Who you take, Herb Dean versus Dana, bro? Give me fucking Herb Dean. Herb Dean's big as fuck. Like, Herb Dean's like 6'4", isn't he? Pretty sure Herb Dean is quite literally huge. Damn, this is kind of low-key a scrap. They're at least going for it. At least we don't have wrestling again. We've had someone getting wrestle fucked for the first 3 of these prelim fights. It was very difficult to watch. Very difficult to watch. Optic are up 5-1 now too. I got the cameras on my first try. 2v2 was so fun in MW3. It was fun. It was fun. Like, any 2v2, 3v3 game mode is just always elite, bro. Like, that's what I play most of the time. If I'm ever playing like Search and Destroy, I'm playing like 2v2 S&D, 3v3 S&D, and that's just like, that's the way that COD is, I think, the most fun. Because you can just get like you and one of your boys and just go on like a crazy streak. I appreciate that, Marcelo. That's John McCarthy you're thinking of? Nah, Herb Dean's big as fuck. He might not be 6'4", 6'5", but he's definitely big. Like, when he stands beside like Alex Pereira and those guys, like, he's as tall. Maybe he's a little bit smaller. Okay, he's definitely smaller. Damn, I thought he was a lot taller than what he is. He's 1.85 meters. I thought he was big as fuck. He's 6'1", so he's still decently big. Optic are about to win. Damn, I didn't realize Herb Dean actually had professional mixed martial arts fights. There's so many people you don't realize had professional MMA fights that actually do. Like, Herb Dean has had them. Paulinho's had them. Alex Pereira's coach. There's a fucking lot of them. There's actually a lot of them. Pretty much everyone you see that like refs mixed martial arts or is integral in mixed martial arts actually has professional experience. Optic won, by the way. In case anybody was wondering. In case anybody's interested in the Call of Duty comings and goings. Top 3 MMA channels I watch for real. I appreciate that, Brody. I appreciate that. There's 1 minute 20 left in this round 1. Okay, so Dana White's Contender Series returns August 13th. August 13th. Ali Abdelaziz had pro fights? That is not somebody that I fucking expected to actually go out there and have pro fights. Ali Abdelaziz is such a fucking random ass guy to have a professional fight. Like, he's so fucking random. 50 seconds left in this and we're back to the wrestle fucking, bro. Like, this is actually crazy. This is actually crazy. This is one of the harder cards to get through in my entire life. This is one of the harder cards to get through in my entire life. This shit absolutely fucking reeks, bro. This actually fucking reeks. This is nasty work. This is nasty work and they know it. The UFC knows it too. Will you ever try and get an MMA fight? Nah, I don't think so. It's not like, or at least it's not on the plans right now. Maybe if some like fucking YouTuber MMA fight comes up, maybe. But just to take an MMA fight against like somebody random, nah, I don't think so. I might. Like, I'm not going to rule it out, but it's not on the plans right now. I can box. I can box better than I can do jiu-jitsu, but like, if my jiu-jitsu gets a lot better, the only thing is, like, you have to worry about calf kicks, kickboxing, everything. But at least I'll have some of the fundamentals where it's like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing. But like, if you're a women's MMA fighter and you wanna endear yourself to the fan base, why would you ever do this shit? Why would you ever sit there and just try to wrestle somebody? It's just never gonna work for you. Like, you're gonna gain 0 fans off this shit. BK, have it your way. And they're walking off the stage 3-2. How much do you weigh? I weigh like 79 kg. When I woke up this morning. So that's not like with like a full stomach. With a full stomach, it's different. It's probably like 80 and a half, 81. But 79 when I woke up. At least after this, we have the 304 in the Sandhagen card, brother. Like, we need it. Because these are 2 of the worst UFC events back to back. Like, actually, back-to-back 2 of the worst UFC events you could get. Because, like, nobody, like, there's not one fight on this card I can say that I actually care about. There's not one fight on this card I can say I actually care about. The only thing that I care about is that Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. That's the only thing. I might even just fucking, like, if the fights get too bad or it gets too long, I might just fucking come back for that shit. Go live at 4:30, come back for that shit, just be good to go. Because, like, this fight night stinks. And I'll be real, it doesn't get any better. Sometimes you have, like, the prelims stink and the main card's good, but this fight night just straight up stinks, bro. It's not good at all. It's not good in the slightest. Can't believe Dana hasn't used the opportunity of these two horrible cards to announce the Sphere main event. Yeah, at least if he gave us something, bro. Like, give us something in the middle of this shit so, like, we have something to fucking enjoy or to think about or to look forward to in the future. Because, like, this is legit just 3 weeks off the UFC. There's been pretty much no controversies. Nothing's happened. Like, nothing's bad.